We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show. We're excited to have you guys here today. This week we have Andrea Mendoza from Guatemala. She's getting ready for the Central American Games. Let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Want to advertise on the John and Rick Show? Contact John at 352-875-8622
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Does your horse struggle with stress, tight muscles, or fatigue? NupaFeed USA delivers advanced supplements trusted by riders nationwide. Our magnesium supplement with unique MAH helps reduce anxiety and support muscle relaxation. And for lasting stamina, our L-carnitine builds energy and strength without making horses fizzy. Easy to feed, proven to perform. Support your horse's health and performance today with NupaFeed.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are in the NupaFeed segment, John, and I'm back. I'm back from Bromont. 24 hours of driving home, 2 days, a wonderful time driving, but we made it.
Yeah, there's no way to make that a short drive. Last year, we stopped at Shannon Lily's place and spent probably maybe 8 hours. We got a hotel really nearby, and it probably was 8 hours with the horses in the stall, but I did the whole drive as well, and it's just exhausting, to be honest.
It is. But it was worth it. I mean, we had a great time. Going up, we have a box stall up and back, so Briggs had to drive the horse trailer. I drove the RV. So we're lucky in that we can pull off anywhere and then just stop, find a good place to park. Horses in the stall, box stall in the trailer, has water, feed, hay. She certainly loves it because she went to Montana last year the same way over 4 days. Travels super well. We get in the RV, we take our nap, 6 hours. We wake up, have breakfast. First time we were by Waffle House and Dunkin' Donuts. Second time we were
Waffle House. We love a good Waffle House.
It was great. Second time we were at IHOP, and that was great. Logistically, we traveled really well. It's just still, long.
Yeah, it is, but it's worth it. Bromont's beautiful, and I'm glad you guys are home and recovering.
Yeah. We had a great time. Let me tell you, Bromont with Sue and Jeanette and all the team there, they just make it so wonderful. It's a great time. The grounds look fantastic. 50 years since the 1976 Olympics were held there. Only active venue which the Olympics have been held that's actively having eventing, which is kind of cool. So we got to enjoy the 50th anniversary with all the history of it. And it was wonderful. We talked to Lucinda Green about it because she was there in 76. It was a great time. Briggs had a great 7 minutes cross country. He felt something a little strange with the pony and pulled up in the ring after a weird run out at a corner. But let me tell you, the 7 minutes on camera, that little mare just ate up the course. And I was proud of him because she wasn't quite right. I think she's fine now, but if he would have kept going, I think there would have been more problems. So hats off to him because they looked fantastic. She was ready to go. She could actually go out tomorrow and go run a 4 short if she wanted to. But wow.
Well, and for the record, because I think it's good to hear this, I have from independent sources that they looked awesome until they pulled up. So
and they, it's funny you say that because I got my phone started blowing up. I mean, yeah, we were disappointed. He pulled up. There was a road exchange where they had to gallop across the road, and she didn't look right galloping across the road even on camera. I was like, that was kind of weird. But in the footing, she looked fine. And then they were right on the corner where she acted like if she's not 100%, thank goodness she was like, I'm not 100%. But I got text message after text message after text message of people saying what an accurate and beautiful ride they had in that first 7 minutes. And, Briggs did his homework. He went the long route at a big table to an offset house it was set for a two stride, but he felt in the morning he needed to go the long route and he did. She just ate up the Mars water, in which it was a horse 6 to a horse 3. Briggs doesn't ride for strides, but that mare did the 6 to the 3. The coffin was amazing. It was really, he came off and said that was the most fun and right on and good feeling that he had with the pony ever. And he rode her in a fat snaffle, John, a
Right.
fat snaffle. That pony has been very hard to control over the years, and he's trained it to where they can now go into a big fat snaffle. So it's great.
That's good. That's good to hear. I mean, I've found that it's funny, right? Like you get told by people if you put a big bid in, then you're going to always have to get more and more bit. But I historically, with my horses, end up running them in far less as they become more mature and more schooled than when they're young
Well,
horses.
and I think I hear that too. And to your point, look, you can't simulate the bits at home. You can't
Right.
simulate it in schooling. You can't
Yeah.
do anything like that. And I think over the years, this when you're going out there, you need to have control when you're going cross country.
Yep.
And as the horses migrate up the levels and they are galloping down to questions that they are now been presented over several times, maybe they're different in variation, but you have had that control with that bit, whatever it is, and you're able to downsize, downsize, downsize. And it was apparent in the way the mare galloped, the way they went to the fences, the way they made their coordination of where they wanted to go is such an accurate ride that, I wish he could have finished, but you know what? The 7 minutes was well worth the trip.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad everybody's good and hopefully we'll be moving on to the next thing.
And
Uh,
congratulations to Caroline
um,
Kaluchko.
yes, exactly. So that's good job. That's what I was just about to. That's like we're psychic. So yeah, Caroline, first and second,
Yep.
double
Double
16.
16, and she's the one. I think did she's the one win?
Now double 16 one.
Okay. And
Um,
then
and the
16.
thing that I just wanted to mention here is anybody who says that upper level eventing is all about the dressage and you have to be able to win the dressage to win needs to just go pull up the results at Bromont
Yep.
because Caroline moved up from eighth place where she scored a 35 in the dressage. Now, again, this isn't a huge field at Bromont, but it is a
Phil
proper
is a field.
it is a
Proper field.
proper cross country. There are proper horses there. Um, and the other thing that I thought was interesting is obviously it was physically challenging because there was not one clear show jump round. So Caroline, yeah, Caroline had two rails on both of her horses and still won. And
Well,
she
and it I mean
nobody
on,
had better than that.
on the show jump it was pouring down rain like it was on cross country day.
Yeah,
I mean, the ground jury and the organization staff did a great job of moving the four long and four short to the beginning.
yeah,
But let me tell you what, the two long horses out there, I it was pouring rain and the footing held up. The horses did a great job. Jay Hambley, we all love, was out there working everything that he could work. Derek Diagrazia, uh, just an amazing course. So, you know, it was a great event, and you're right. It's not a dressage, not a dressage test. It isn't.
no, it was certainly difficult enough. The four short, Philip won it on denim. Boyd was right there in second, so good to them. And yeah, congratulations to everybody. Honestly, Bromont is one of those places where I feel like if you go out and you can jump around, even if you have a little, maybe like one little blip somewhere or a pole in the show jumping, but you finish the weekend there, you've shown you have a proper horse, certainly at the 3 and 4 star level, because that is a really challenging event. And I just hope it sticks around. I know it's always a challenge because of being all the way up in Canada. It is far away from everybody, but I try to make an effort to go there whenever I can. It's just a very good place to go and see what you have.
Well, Mrs. Mars is ensuring that it stays in place. She was there.
Good.
I mean, we have such a big supporter in Mrs. Mars and Mars Equestrian. She had a horse running there, so she should. I mean, she loves to go watch her horses. But Sue was pretty forthcoming in saying the only reason they were there was because of Mars Equestrian.
Yes, and I
Um,
think that's something I just want to make sure we get right here because I know it's been mentioned to me before that it's very important. It is Mars that does this. It is not Ms. Mars. It's not Jackie. She's not the
Mars
one
Equestrian.
that does it. It is Mars Equestrian, and they have an independent board that goes in and decides what they're going to support and what they are not. And they obviously see value in the things that they support. And so thank you to them for supporting Bromont because um, it is a spectacular venue. I mean,
No, definitely.
that cross country course is second to none. So
Who's do you have the results up? Who's the under 25 winner?
I do.
The too long.
I happen to know that very well because she rode with me down here in Florida for a very long time.
Oh, Isabel.
No,
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 Fleming.
no. I'm pulling it up. It's Addie Reinhardt, Adeline Reinhardt,
On.
Corona Life.
Woo! Look at
Yeah,
her.
she went up there and she smoked it, and I'm not surprised. But again, another division where it is not a dressage show. She got a 36 on the flat, which that's a beautiful moving horse, but she can get a little bit tight and tense, and so Addie had to kind of hold it together. Um, but then she went out and absolutely smoked around the cross country,
That's
and
that's great.
it was amazing.
Congratulations to her. And I
Yeah,
want to do a special call out to Arden Wasden. Uh,
Wilderson,
Will,
Wilderson.
sorry,
I
Arden.
love you so much. Honestly, I love, especially
But
when
I'm
you're tired.
tired. I'm
I know,
tired. I
but
do know her name and I do know her parents really well. And so, but I watched her over the years and that Sunday Times.
yes,
He's never been a proper dressage horse. He does the best he can, and so does Arden with him. Always show jumps really well, but she's a speedy cross country rider, and she was actually the fastest time cross country in the four long.
yes, she
He's 18 years old, and I think something didn't quite settle at the end of the course, but she decided to retire him after this four long. She didn't present for the ground jury. She didn't feel it was proper to do that. And she said to me, he's earned everything and got me to where I am, and I'm retiring him. And I said, well, you went out with a bang. It was It was a beautifully written cross country course. She was 1 second over, and good for her. And she's got other horses coming up the pike. So, good job, Arden. We're proud of you.
Yep, well done. Arden's great, and her family's great. We should move on to the Nations Cup over at Bicton,
Yeah.
where the USA got the silver. I predicted gold, but silver's pretty darn good. Congratulations to the
Well,
team.
let me tell you, Bigton ended up being a bit tougher than people thought.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bogey fence was 5A, which was open rail into the water across to a corner or a offset angle. Maybe it was, I think, whatever it was. Everybody was having
Five.
trouble at the first jump, right? And I even asked somebody that was there, I was like, what's going on with the water? And nobody could really articulate other than it maybe looked like black. The water looked black.
Right. I wonder if they had a ripple going through it or not.
They didn't. And I
Right.
think it looked like black. I think the ripple, to your point, I think John's making a point. If you have a ripple, the horses kind of see that there is
That there's
and
water. Yeah. Sometimes they don't. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that sometimes when that happens going into water, if the water's very still, the horses
well,
kind of step off it like when you don't know there's a step on the staircase.
oh, I know who it was. It was, guess who I saw? Mike Winter.
Yeah.
Mike Winter traveled over from Bicton to Canada to be there with the Canadian team in their fundraiser and also be awarded the number one El Mundo horse because of his 5-star finish at Lemuelin last year.
Right.
I did say his name right, right? You're
Did
looking.
say Mike Winter's name correct and El
So
Munda. Well done.
there you go.
Yeah.
And he's such a cool guy. So we talked to him for a bit. But anyway, that, Bicton got held up with that. So where do we place there? I know
So
great, great results for one of our riders.
yeah, so team was silver. Allie Knowles on Leo Santos was seventh, and she also, what did we say, was
Yeah.
fifth?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, Allie. I went to the seventh place horse first. So Allie was Montpelier was fifth. I'm struggling to read because I
It's
just full
fifth. It's
disclosure.
okay. She
Full
was
disclosure,
fifth.
everybody. I lost my glasses.
She
So
was, I think she was fifth on her individual horse and seventh on her team horse.
right, okay. So she was seventh on the team horse, and then the next one we had there was Cassie was 16th.
Good for
12th,
Cassie.
12th. Cassie was
Well,
12th
on
on Fernhill.
Fernhill Sorrow.
Yep,
Yep.
great horse.
Then we had Quigley down
Yep.
under.
Quidley finished.
Quidley,
Where did we say Quidley was?
15th.
Thank you. Yes,
Yep.
Quidley Kellerman on Black Knees Cruise was 15th. And we should
Oh,
just mention that Mike Winter was 18th on El Mundo there. So
unfortunately, Mike had to run out at the second water corner. It's too bad. You know what he said to me? He said, it's always difficult when and I think you can attest to this, when you start trying to go for time.
yeah,
And when you start trying to go for time in your head, if you're trying to go for time, this is what he said, you make mistakes.
yeah,
I think Briggs made mistakes. I think everybody makes mistakes. When you start first thing in your head is time. It needs
yep.
to be this furthest thing from your head until after you get a good thing going on. I think it's hard.
Totally.
It's
Totally.
hard.
Yeah.
But back to Quidley,
Quidley.
that gray horse. I've never seen her. I'm sorry that I didn't know who she was. She's been in England for a while. She's from Texas. That horse is amazing. It's a gray horse. I watched her go. I was like, wow. No wonder she made the Nations Cup team. So good to the selectors because it was a cool horse.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows who she is now.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. So again, congratulations, Team USA on the silver. That's pretty exciting. Congratulations to Great Britain on the gold. Who was bronze? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Could you tell us?
Yes, I'm coming up with it in my head. It's trapping in, and it seems like it was Australia.
Okay. I don't know why the team results are hard to find here. We're going to go with that. And if we're wrong, you guys can comment on it in the YouTube page and make us look stupid. That's fine. We're used to it.
That's true, John. Hey, Nupa Feed, by the way, this segment really made our trip enjoyable. It's a great magnesium paste that you give your horses for calmness. Also, a whole line of products that Nupa Feed has. You can go to nupafeedusa.com, make your order today. See, my chart, my little horn says you need to do that. Thank you, Nupa Feed, for being a part of this segment.
Yeah, we do really appreciate them. So, Rick, while you were driving, as you know, I got to interview Andrea Mendoza. And we were thinking about it, Rick and I, because we were like, okay, who do we want in as guest? And we were always trying to find people who are entertaining and interesting. And I said, well, I've got Andrea that I could get because she just won the 2-star long in Guatemala on her father's horse that he bred, which is always really cool. And it's a horse that she's ridden at the Central American Games in Santo Domingo previously, where she finished fifth. So, and I think the team finished, yeah, the Guatemalan team there finished in third and got the bronze medal. And so she just made the final list of 5 riders on the same horse again after winning the 2 long to go back to the Dominican Republic at the end of July and see if she can go smoke around that cross country course again. She makes some big predictions while she's on this interview, possibly pushed on a little bit by the interviewer. But it's a great interview. She's super entertaining, and I think you guys are really going to like hearing what she has to say.
It's awesome. I can't wait. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. We were on the road. It just was tough. Can't wait to see the interview, John. And I'm sure, wasn't she a student of yours?
She is a student of ours. Yeah, she
She
also,
is.
which you're going to get a little inside scoop on the program here, guys, because not only is she a student of ours, she just got the next horse, right? To back up the one that she's on the team with. And it just got in. I just ran it at a little horse show at one of the pop schooling shows here in town. We got that one from Carol G over in Ireland, and it is amazing. So you'll get to hear a little bit about that horse as well. So, Rick, I think what we should do is take a break, check in with Horse Trailer Pros. Thank you again to Nupa Feed. Can't say enough good things about that product. And let's take a break. We'll be right back, and you guys can hear all about Andrea.
That's great, John. Thanks.
Does your horse struggle with stress, tight muscles, or fatigue? NupaFeed USA delivers advanced supplements trusted by riders nationwide. Our magnesium supplement with unique MAH helps reduce anxiety and support muscle relaxation. And for lasting stamina, our L-carnitine builds energy and strength without making horses fizzy. Easy to feed, proven to perform. Support your horse's health and performance today with NupaFeed.
I just got back from Magnolia Sands schooling the horses cross country. It is such a useful place to go. If you are here for the winter season and you want to go cross country schooling, Magnolia Sands needs to be on your list. It is awesome, great jumps. You do have to make reservations, so you're going to text 615-414-0781 or send them an email at magnoliasandsfarm@gmail.com. You're going to have a great time.
EquiBrew, now available in the USA. It's a live probiotic that you feed daily to your horses. The live microbes go into your horse's gut and cleans up the gut wall, creating a healthy gut system.
EquiBrew is an essential part of my feeding program. My horses love to eat it, and it does a really good job of promoting gut health and also good behavior and great performances.
It's something I recommend for all of your horses, no matter what they do in their careers.
It's so affordable, I can use it on all of my horses in the barn, not just my top horses.
Order EquiBrew today by going to brickfieldnutrition.com or calling 850-879-2649.
Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique allows him to identify and alleviate tightness in muscles. He uses trigger point massage to release points of restriction. Grant has over a decade of experience fitting and adjusting a wide variety of saddles. His expertise in equine physiology, coupled with a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle, allows him to quickly identify and correct any balance issues. Grant can also adjust your saddle on site. Grant works on all of my competition horses, and I have noticed a significant improvement in their performance at competitions and their overall way of going. Grant's based in Ocala, Florida year-round, but regularly travels to the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454.
Everyone says they feed the best, but not every feed is made the same. Seminole Feed is built on fixed formulas. And made in a medication-free mill for unmatched safety. Every bag delivers consistency your horse can feel and performance you can see. Because when it matters, there is only one best, the original low-starch feed, Seminole Wellness.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. I have gone completely international. We at the John and Rick Show are international, worldwide. We are coming to you, well, technically from the same place we always do in Florida, but we have Andrea Mendoza from Guatemala. Andrea, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for talking me to do this. It's my first time doing a podcast and talking about horses.
Yeah, well, so far, so good. You're doing great. This is the Seminole segment, and we want to thank Seminole Feeds. They are an awesome feed. They're located, well, the ones that I know are located here in Ocala. They're all throughout the Southeast, and it is great feed. The cool thing about Seminole Feed, guys, is that they have all of their equipment is dedicated strictly to horse feeds. You don't ever have to worry about any cross contamination or anything like that, and it is excellent stuff. So if you're looking for a good feed and Seminole Feed is available in your area, I highly recommend it. Andrea, you have had a whirlwind these last few months, and I want to get into all of that because you just got married. You have all kinds of like fun stuff going on in your personal life. But before we get into that, the most recent big news is you just had a really good performance with your horse there at home. Why don't you just start us off there and tell us what happened?
Well, we actually came back and did a 2-star long. He had EPM about a year and a half ago, so we were coming up the levels again. We were doing 3 stars before that, but the 2-star long actually allowed us to get qualified for the Central and Caribbean Games. And thankfully, we were able to get our minimum requirements. So we were actually selected for the team about a few days ago. And that's really exciting because we're going back to Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic.
Yeah, which is okay. So just a little sidetrack, going back to Santo Domingo and to the Dominican Republic. That's where the last Central American Games were.
Yes, correct. The
So
part
how,
of the question, because it actually was half and a half. The half of them were done in El Salvador and half of them were done in Dominican Republic.
okay, and so how come it went back there immediately, like the next time? That seems
Because
odd.
basically the main house for the games was El Salvador, and Dominican Republic just took a few of the sports. So now
Okay.
everything is going to be based in Dominican Republic.
Okay, so this was
Yeah.
like the deal when they agreed to do this was then we get it all.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's cool. So the horse that you're selected on now, I think you've been a little modest. Not only did you get your minimum eligibility requirement, you won, right?
Yes, we won.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try, no promises, because sometimes I forget to do stuff, but I have video of your round that you sent to me, and if you're okay with it, I'm gonna put a little
Yeah.
bit of on here while we're talking, because sometimes people would rather look at that than at me looking tired, like I evented today.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool, guys. This is an awesome venue. It is basically it's your home
Yeah.
turf, right? It is a really cool horse center where this event happened. And the other thing that's really fun is like you have fun with it. You wear that pom pom on your helmet on cross country.
And I actually got that because of Jen.
Did you?
Yeah, Jen taught me into the pom-poms and I love
Oh,
them.
awesome. Awesome. Yeah. You can't miss you when you're out there. You're like, oh, there's
Yeah.
the girl with the pom pom.
For sure.
Okay. And so tell us about this horse's name. Is that Talador? Is that right?
Tallador. That's the right
Right.
pronunciation.
Say it again. Say it again for the
Tallador.
Tyador.
Tallador EMS. So EMS basically comes from my dad's name because he was the one who bred it.
Oh, that's really cool. So this is
Yeah.
your homebred dad's horse.
Yes.
Amazing.
He comes from the last mare that my grandfather bred.
Wow.
So
That's
it's a family lineage, basically.
that is so cool.
Yeah.
I think you've probably told me that, but I forgot that. And so to hear you remind me of that, and congratulations. What's your dad's name again?
His name is Eddie Mendoza.
All
Eddie.
right. Eddie Mendoza. Good job, Dad. Um, okay, so just talk us through this competition. So you went into it and so did you go into it knowing like, okay, I'm gonna win this thing. Like I got this.
I went in it to finish, basically. That was my main plan because we had like a mishap a few weeks ago where I felt a few steps that were not quite right.
Right.
And we actually started a marquee treatment again.
Yep.
But he actually was quite good. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna feel him, see how he is, and do my best to finish. And we started on Thursday because we went into the how's it called in English?
You
Quarantine?
did your you
Quarantine?
did your
Yeah.
yeah, you did your in barns and had to go into
Yeah.
the quarantine stabling and all of that, right?
Yeah, we went into quarantine and everything, and we did dressage on Friday, and he actually felt very good. Better on the warm-up than in the arena, but he did an amazing warm-up. He felt very good, very loose on the back. And we ended up having a 67, so that's about
A
23,
30.
24.
Yeah, okay.
No, 34,
30, I think
34.
20 yeah, I think that would be like a 33,
33,
right?
34 we
Ish.
had. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he felt amazing. He gave me a real good feel. And in the next day, we went to the warm up for the cross country, and I think he felt his best. Like he was giving me it all. Like after every single jump, I could ask for more, and he would give it to me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he looked awesome. Like I watched the round and it just was like just flying around. The other thing that I think is interesting at that venue with that competition is, and I might be wrong on this, but it looked like when you go, there's one horse on course at a time.
Yeah, we do
Right.
one horse at a time because we
There's a
go
lot
back
of
and
crossing
forth
back
of
and
the
forth.
places. Yeah.
Right. Which I actually think is kind of fun. Like you can see in the video, there's people watching and cheering, and it feels like they create a lot of atmosphere down there in that cross country field.
Yeah, they did. It was actually very nice. Usually they stay very quiet because people tend to tell you, don't scream, you cannot help. But
Doesn't seem very Latin American. I feel like every time I've been to an event or a race or anything down in any sort of Latin American country, it is just like they are in it. They are cheering and having a great time.
yeah, they were cheering a lot and it was fun because, well, people wanted me to finish, and every single one that did like that course with me, we wanted to have like a very good performance. So everyone was cheering up for us to have a really good performance.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're all teammates, right?
Yeah.
Right. So speaking of teammates, this team was named. So there's four on the team and one individual. Is that right?
We actually take five, and one day before the game starts, the four teammates are chosen, and the other one stays as an individual.
Okay. So all five do get to compete.
Yeah, all five do get to compete.
And do you know right now, have they told you like you're one of the four teammates, or is it they're going to decide that there and you're just in the five?
They're gonna decide one day before.
Right.
So we're traveling, every single one of us, because basically you never know what's gonna happen on the airplane when
Right.
they're arriving. So there's always going to be one that's gonna go as an individual, but he's going to have the same experience as us.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, and I like the way you say that, he's going to have the same experience as us, which means you're intending to be on, stay positive.
We're
Darn
cheering
right.
on that.
Exactly. Exactly. So who's the coach then?
I think it's gonna be Kune, like
Oh,
the one that's
cool.
gonna select the
Yeah.
team. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Good job. So Kune is going to be the coach and do the team. And has it, what Ian Roberts has been doing some stuff to help out as well, right?
Yeah, Ian Roberts has been coming to give us clinics, and it's actually been very nice. I did the last one with him, and it was very interesting because I tend to be very careful on the jumping arena.
Yeah.
My horse always takes down a pole, like it's his mojo. But
Right.
he was like, dare him to take down a pole, dare him yet. Like you're doing your job, so he has to do like his job. And it was a very nice approach.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, Ian Roberts, for those who maybe don't know, he's Canadian. He's ridden for Canada for years. I think he did a Worlds for Canada. He's been a mainstay in Canadian eventing forever and had a great event up in Canada called Dreamcatcher, I believe. I hope I don't get that right. I know it's Dreamcrest. Sorry, Ian. Sorry, Waylon. Sorry, Roberts family. But anyway, a great eventing family, amazing horseman. Ian's been doing some more designing now. I was thrilled when I heard that he was down there helping you because
Yeah.
he is awesome. And he is the father of Waylon Roberts, who those who maybe are newer into the sport and don't know the history of the sport, maybe you don't remember Ian, you would know Waylon, his son, who is obviously a top event rider for Canada. Okay, so we got a little bit of time. What's the date of the Central American Games?
It's from the 25th of July to the 27th.
Okay. And when do you actually travel?
I think we're going to travel between the 17th and the 19th. I hope the
Right?
latest, like on the 20th, because I don't like the horses to be that much time into that heat, because
Right.
we're not used to that heat.
Yeah, that blew me away down there. So I went down and hung out with you guys, and I was
Yeah.
expecting like tropics,
No.
and it is not tropics in Guatemala. It's like, I mean, look, it's
It's very fresh,
tropical.
very nice.
Yeah, it's not like Florida. It's not
Yeah,
hot
no.
and oppressive, and you have to change your shirt every, 2 hours. So yeah, but Dominican Republic, I'm assuming, would be more like Florida here, very humid and hot.
Yeah, more like Florida. I would
Right.
say a little bit less humid, like very hot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That would make sense. And now you could you and Gustavo could do a little vacation on the beaches in the Dominican afterward.
We would like to take a weekend off because we haven't done our honeymoon yet, but take
Right.
a weekend off.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the honeymoon was going to be up here in the pool house so that you could hang out and like, if you'd not, Gustavo didn't go for that. So you could ride during your honeymoon, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, no, we're going to take a proper honeymoon. Good man.
Yeah.
Smart, smart. Um, okay. So you head over there and then they fly out of the airport right there where you guys are,
Yeah, we fly out from here.
in
Actually,
Guatemala
last
City.
time, uh, horses from other countries came to Guatemala, and from here they travel all together to the Dominican Republic. It was a plane full of horses,
Right.
nothing else. And I hope that goes well. Last time it went very, very well, very smooth for all the horses. We have a few new horses that are traveling, and it's going to be their first time on an airplane, but we hope everything goes well.
So that plane that they flew on last time, was that like, because I've seen it done a couple ways. Typically, when we fly to Europe and like when your horse, who we'll get into that just got here to America, um, they put them in containers and then they put the containers into the plane. Is that
Yeah.
the way that worked there?
Yeah. It
Okay.
was a 3-horse container.
Right. Okay. So that is the same as here because I've also seen they do one here for the racehorses that flies in and out of Ocala. I think it was through Tex Sutton where they actually you have to walk the horse onto the tarmac, up a ramp, and into the trailer and put them in a stall and like you would a horse
That's
trailer.
awesome.
It is awesome, but it's terrifying because
Yeah.
it's really high getting these horses up this ramp, and then they put them in, and when you look at it, it looks like from the inside like just a massive semi full of horses, like you would load them like that. So I'm glad that that's not the way you guys are doing
Yeah.
it down there. You do it the slightly more
Conventional.
modern way. Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's super cool. And is this so? The next question for everybody here is this isn't your first team deal, right? Because you did the Central Americans and Dominican Republic previously.
Last time. Yeah.
Last time, and you guys did pretty well. If I recall, you have a bronze medal from that one.
Yeah, we had a bronze medal, and my horse ended up 5th in individual, which was a
Yep.
great result for us.
This is the same
And
horse,
yeah, this is the same horse.
right?
He did very well, but the thing was last time it was a thing. We were less people showing. Like this time, from what I've heard, Colombia has his whole team up there. Mexico is gonna bring, I think, 7 people up for eventing. They
Right.
are full on to win everything,
Yep.
even in jumping and dressage. They have very good teams. Costa Rica is trying to do his minimum requirements right now, and we hope she can hop on. It's just one rider, but she's done very good. We have Lauren from Puerto Rico. I don't know if she's going, but she went
Yep,
last
Lauren
time.
Billy's.
Yeah, she
Yep.
won actually last time, individual gold. She did
Right.
amazing. And we also have Romulo, who rides actually in Florida. I don't know
Yep.
if he got his minimum requirements, but he has also been ridden and very good.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it because I know you won't. You've got this. Like it's gonna be a sweep. Guatemala 1, 2, 3 in the individual medals, and then you're gonna win the team gold. I'm just going to
Oh.
throw that out there right now. I'm sorry, everybody else. No disrespect to anybody else, but we've got this. It's guaranteed.
We hope so.
No, no, we look, we know, guaranteed. You're going to be double gold. Um, so that's cool. That's super exciting. I mean, it was like I said, it was fun to watch, and you guys hopefully you have seen the video now of Andrea smoking around there. And so you were saying with the show jumping, you normally have one pole down with the show jumping. So you go into the show jumping last week in Guatemala for this
Yeah.
final sort of attempt to get your minimum eligibility requirement. You were in the lead going into show jumping, yes?
I was in the lead. I had like a pole of difference with the other riders,
Yep.
and we actually took down the first pole from the first jump.
Oh,
But that actually took every single stress from me out. I was like, okay, he had his pole. I'm fine. Everything else
right.
is gonna be great. And it went well.
Perfect. That
Yeah.
is that is so tough when you get the first one down. You're like, oh, super. So now there's no margin at all. So good for you to stay positive on that one.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like I don't know. With him, he has always taken a pole down. We were actually doing great with show jumping, but I think it was me, the one who was stressing out. But when he had his EPM, I actually started developing a mare, and we've been jumping with her the 120 classes, and she has helped me to get a lot better on my jumping with Mauricio's help.
right.
I've gotten like really good at the jumping part with her and his help, definitely.
Okay. So I want to talk about the mayor, but you brought him up. Tell us about Mauricio, who he is, what he's done for you, and your relationship there.
Yeah. Mauricio actually came to Guatemala because of his life partner, Andrea Herschel, and
Yep.
he's actually quite an amazing designer. I think he's a three-star FER designer right now for
For
jumping.
show jumping. Yep.
Yeah. And in the matter of jumping, he is really good. He knows what he's doing. Like the exercise that he puts like the horses to do. And he really knows the difference between doing an exercise that makes the rider think and doing an exercise that makes the horse think. So that's really fun to do and really fun to like understand the why on the exercises. And since I'm like his right hand right now in Guatemala, so basically we have a few riders doing jumping with us, and I kind of stay with every single one of them and give the lessons while he's out doing designing jobs.
Yeah, because he does a
And
lot of that, right?
yeah, he does a lot of that. So he actually gives me like the exercises and he explains them to me, like, why are we doing this? Why is it going to help the horse? That has really helped me understand more of the jumping world.
Yeah, I mean, and it is so good. And so it's Mauricio Garcia. He is, I mean, I've known him since I coached for Puerto Rico at the Central American Games in San Juan years and years ago. Well, technically, by the time the games came around, I didn't actually coach for Puerto Rico, but that's a whole nother story. But that's where I got to know him. And great man. And for any of you who get the opportunity to either ride with him or jump around any of his courses, you should do it. He's just a great horseman. He knows his stuff. And whether you get to get a proper lesson or you just jump around one of his tracks, you and your horses are certainly going to be better for it. So that's pretty cool. So I mean, my understanding from what you've said here and conversations down in the past, you basically, I mean, you say you're his right hand and you are, but basically you keep the ship rolling while he's out traveling around designing.
Yeah. And that has been quite an amazing opportunity. Like, I've learned a lot from him since we started working together. I think it was after the games that we like put all hands on deck and I started riding with him.
Yep.
And on that time, we were just two riders doing everything with him. And after that, well, right now it's I think we are five or six girls, just girls. No, one guy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but it's very fun and I've been liking the opportunity and I've learned so much. And for the jumping part, getting to ride like different horses and jump different horses and have like a really good base of what to work with every single one of them. That has made a lot of difference in my day-to-day ride.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. We need to take a brief break,
Okay.
and then I want to talk a little bit about sort of when you were younger, how you got into this, and do a little bit of that when we get back, and then obviously talk a little bit because there's some other exciting stuff going on up here, and we haven't even really been able to have a conversation about
Or cognac.
the new horse Cognac. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just whether we record it or not, we need to talk about your new horse. He was so good today. So that said, let's take a break, and big thank you again to Seminole Feed for sponsoring this segment. It is awesome feed. I said that earlier. So if it's in your area, you guys should be feeding it. It is spectacular. So let's take a break. Andrea, hang tight. We'll be right back.
Everyone says they feed the best, but not every feed is made the same. Seminole Feed is built on fixed formulas. And made in a medication-free mill for unmatched safety. Every bag delivers consistency your horse can feel and performance you can see. Because when it matters, there is only one best, the original low-starch feed, Seminole Wellness.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
One of my favorite things to do is explore the stores at World Equestrian Center here in Ocala, Florida. When I do, I always make sure to stop in at I Love My Horse Equestrian Boutique. I Love My Horse is a one-stop shop for the latest trends in equine gear, protective equipment, show attire, and casual apparel. They're located in Arena 3 at the World Equestrian Center, right beside the Grand Arena. They've got all kinds of great products in the store. The horse shows are underway at WEC and HITS, and the eventing season is going full throttle. So if you forgot something, or if you just want to pick up something you need to start the season, I Love My Horse is the place to go. Already at the events at Majestic Oaks, Rocking Horse, or Ocala? No problem. I Love My Horse has an awesome mobile tack store just for you eventers. Penny and Terry and their team will take care of all of your equine tack and apparel needs. The annual I Love My Horse Yellow Ducky sale is coming soon. February 20th and 21st, join us for great sales and refreshments. Choose a yellow duck from the pond to reveal your discount at checkout.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. I kept Andrea around, didn't really give her an option, so here we go. We are in the Equibrew segment. Equibrew is a fantastic live probiotic. I feed it to all of my horses. You just pour it in. It's in a nice little bottle. You just pour it into the feed. The horses love the way it tastes. It improves their overall gut health. It also apparently, Rick always says this, and I believe him because he knows this stuff way better than I, that it helps horses because their gut is better, then they can absorb anything else that you're giving to them better. So it not only helps their stomach, it actually helps everything else that you're giving to those horses to be absorbed better. I kind of call it horse kombucha. It probably is not a fair assessment of what it is. What I know is the horses love it and they look great and they eat better and their stomachs feel better and they're just generally nicer to be around. So thank you to Equibrew. All right, Andrea, we talked about the games and where you're going and all the excitement, and you claimed that you're going to win gold, double gold, is what you said. Um, so what we didn't cover yet was your how you got into this. Like your dad was big into horses. I know your mom is big into horses. You,
Yes.
you have a very cool background in that, like you're Guatemalan, but you're German. You have like you've been all over the place. So tell us whatever you want to tell us about how when you were a little kid, how did you get into this?
I think I can start on the history part because actually my great grandfather was the one who started, well, one of the first who started breeding race horses in Guatemala. And that's on my dad's side. And then on my mom's side, my great grandfather was actually on the military and he would want the eventing, sort of say, the eventing competitions for the king in Germany. And we actually have a tradition because he won 7 times those type of shows for the king. And he got the privilege to have like a cup and take it home. And we actually, for every single important day, we take the cup out and we are able to drink out of it.
So hold on. Does this mean that you guys are like German royalty?
No, we're not
Are you
German
a
born.
princess?
No.
Okay.
That would be amazing, actually, but no.
No.
Just like the part of my mom and my great grandfather, they were very into the military and they did amazing with the horses and everything. So he
Right.
got to keep the cup because he won the eventing type of shows from those times.
But he won them all, so they eventually said, "Here, just take it. This is your cup."
Yeah, he won like seven of them, I think.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's a pretty horsey family.
Yeah. And my parents actually met that way. They were, well, my mom came from Germany after their parents got separated, and she started riding. My dad was already into horses, riding and jumping. And here there's a trainer who is called Wilder. Well, he's called, I call him Papa Wilder because he is older right now.
Right.
But he was actually the one who told my dad, like, hey, I have 2 new students. They are German. They don't know how to speak Spanish. Go meet them and talk to them and take them out. So that's actually how my parents got to meet through the writing. And I started actually when I was like 2 years old, I think, because my dad had a little horse out on the farm and he would like go behind him and I would sit on him and do my rounds with the
Yeah,
horse.
your dad would chase you around the farm.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was very sweet. But actually, they didn't want it to put me into lessons because they thought I was too tiny and
Right.
young.
Okay. Right.
But when I was 4, we were actually at a friend's farm, and I know I was 3, and I actually went to the stables, asked for a horse, hop on it, and went to
At
ride.
3?
Yeah, and I got lost for 3 hours. My parents didn't know where I
Oh
was.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That would be terrifying.
But my father tells the story, and he's like, I took another horse when we realized that you had taken a horse and just went off riding.
Right.
And when he caught me, I was just riding around a field. Like I've done it my whole life. And he was like, okay, she's gonna start lessons.
Right. Yeah. It's like when you have a pool, you got to teach your kids how to swim. If you have horses, you better teach them how to ride.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So that got you into it. What got you to where you are now? You're at that great facility there. And obviously you're competing and doing all that. So there must have been a switch from we're taking some lessons as a 3-year-old little girl to you're competing.
Well, I actually started having lessons between 4 and 5 with Cune Marroquin.
Yep.
So he was my
Hey-o.
yeah, he was my main trainer up until I was 24. So basically my whole
A
life,
long,
he was my
a
trainer.
long
Yeah,
time.
a long
And Kune
time.
is an awesome man. He's stayed here with us at the farm, one of the nicest, kindest people. And, really, I think it's fair to say, like, a pretty big driving force behind eventing in
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah.
He really loves eventing. And I started doing really eventing because I've always seen it, and I was looking at the German team mainly.
Yep.
And we would love to see eventing with my mom. And I would usually go to ride once a year to Germany since I was 13 years. I
Yeah, and
started,
you've told me some of those stories
yeah,
with oh come on, what's his name?
yeah,
Oh,
Fritz
Pops or Pat.
Puppy.
Fritz Poppy. Fritz
Yeah.
Poppy. There you go. All
Yeah.
right, go on. Sorry, I just had to get it right.
Yeah, but first I went to an academy where I just would learn dressage, which was at Conle. It was a very nice place. I just learned dressage and the basics. They told me how to saddle a horse, braid a horse, and do everything with the horse. It was actually very nice because I would use a pony because I was a tiny girl.
Right.
And after that, I started when I was 16. I went to Fritz Pape, and that was actually the first time I did an eventing show. So that was 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
So your first eventing competition was in Germany.
it was in Germany. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And
Uh,
it was actually a very cool experience because I always loved it, but I didn't have a horse here in Guatemala. And
and
they
were
gave,
there events going on in Guatemala at that time?
yeah,
Okay.
they had an amazing team at that time. Like they took gold in the Pan American Games, I think it was, I don't remember quite what year it was, but they had a very strong team on that time.
Right.
Yeah. And while I was doing that in Germany, I did my first show, and it was actually a very nice experience because they tend to do things a bit different. They give you like a grade for your course. They don't
Okay.
measure time, so they give you a grade for how you perform
Sure.
in your cross country, in your jumping, and in your dressage. And that was like my first encounter like with cross country.
And how did you do in that first encounter with cross country?
I actually have no idea. I just know I finished. I never knew my grade, never knew how I did, but it was very fun.
All right. As long as you had fun, I guess that's the main thing, right? It hooked
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it hooked me. And I started going 2 or 3 times more with them. And it was very nice. They are very nice people. They would give me a lot of horses to ride every single day. And I learned a lot from Fritz, who sadly passed away, I think a year or two ago. But he was an amazing person that at his 70s or 80s would just hop on a horse, put the jumps at 130 and would jump. It was very nice to see.
Yeah. It's when you're classically trained, it does seem like as long as you stay reasonably athletic, you can ride for a very long time. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Um, so I guess the next question I have is like you have, we'll call it for lack of a better way of explaining it, you have a real job, like a regular job. You go into an office every day.
Yeah.
Your day is pretty jam packed. And we can talk about that. But one of the things I always find that's interesting in different parts of, well, in different parts of the states, but also in different parts of the world. Like I moved to Ocala because doing horses in Wisconsin, it wasn't super easy to do them and want to compete at a high level. No offense to Wisconsin, sorry guys, but it is tough. So that's one of the reasons I moved here. One of the other things that was interesting when I moved to Florida and to Ocala specifically is like when I was in Wisconsin, if I rode and then I wanted to go to town to go to lunch, I always had to make sure like I changed out of my breeches, boots off, change my clothes, and look like a civilian, if you will, look like a normal person. Because if I walked into anywhere in public in a pair of breeches in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, people gave you looks like, what is wrong with this person? He is not a cowboy. I don't even know what those pants are for, which always kind of blew me away because they just look like baseball pants. What's the big deal? But you couldn't do it. But in Ocala, everybody knows horses. It is just a part of life. And I never even think about it. I can go anywhere I want and nobody gives it a second look because everybody knows horses here. I'm getting to a question. What's it like doing horses in Guatemala and doing them at a pretty high level? Like you're representing your country in international competitions. You're going to a team competition here in the Central American Games. You're right in Guatemala City, right? Like right next to the airport in a big metropolis area. Do people even know that that's there and what's going on? Is it a big deal, or is it just like once you leave, you're off to the office and it's a totally different world?
It's we're a niche definitely still in Guatemala. Like
Right.
people know that the place is there and they are like, yeah, there's horses in front of the airport, but we're still definitely a niche. The people that are in there, I think my dad still knows the majority of people, and he hasn't been into horses for a few years, but it's the same people that have grown their children's and then back and forth in generations. So we're definitely a niche. People know it's there and people like have gotten to know it because there's always new people coming in. But we're getting to know the sport in the country because it's been like a sport where there's been medals won by them,
Right.
and there's been actually amazing performances in the late years. Like Osvaldo Mendez, he won in Russia, I think. So it was an amazing performance, and it's still a statement for the country. And we've had a lot of medals won through that sport, so that's mainly why we have been like known.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Winning brings publicity to it, right?
yeah,
Which is
for
pretty
sure.
cool. Pretty cool.
And talking a little bit about where you were breeches and had to change clothes and then go to a restaurant, I would go in breeches to school. I wouldn't change.
I
Like,
mean, to be fair, I think it's a little different for girls than it is little boys. Little boys, when they're wearing breeches around, people are looking at and give them funny looks. Little girls are like, those could be just your tights. Who knows?
no, like every single one of my friends knew that I was just too lazy to change. And I would
You
go with
probably
my
smelled
breeches.
like a horse too.
Yeah. But I would go with my blue Crocs and a blue like sweater and my breeches and my socks, everything to school. And some days I would change because if my mom would be the one like to take me to school, she was like, you have to change. But it would be my dad. I would be just like, I'm going this way to school. And everyone would know it was my riding outfit and my riding gear, but they would
But
just
it makes it
not.
easier. End of the day, you can just head right back to the barn and you're ready to
Yeah,
go.
for
Yeah.
sure.
The only thing that disturbs me about that whole story is the fact that were wearing Crocs.
And my blue Crocs still exist.
Oh,
Like since I was 16.
I am anti Croc, and not for any safety feature in the barn. I can't do Crocs. I can't,
I love
unreal.
Crocs. They are very
Everybody that has them loves them. They're like they're so comfy. Canyon wears them. They're
and
so
they are
comfy. They're the best.
durable.
That's
They
what they
have
say.
lasted me 10 years.
I think they say a lot about you as a person, Andrea. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And then right now, so basically, yeah, my day is full packed. Like I usually wake up at 5 a.m. and at 5:30, 5:40, I'm already at the barn. And I would drive out like at 8:30 after I ride two or maybe three horses, depending on the time. Thankfully, we have like a really good team here and they help me out like getting the horse ready and everything. So I basically just arrive and my horse is ready to ride and I just change horses and they really, really help. And basically after that, I go to work from 9 till 6 and then maybe if it's Wednesday or Thursday, I still have my masters to do. So it's a very packed day.
That is a lot. And with all of that, you also now have Gustavo.
Yeah, he is right there in the room. I told him he has to stay there until
Oh,
I finish.
he can come in. He can
No, I'm
come
gonna
say
get
hello.
nervous.
Okay. All right. But he's he's a pretty amazing guy. And I mean, you can just see when he's around, just the way he looks at you, how much he loves you, and um, is obviously incredibly understanding because that is a lot of time away from him, right? And
Yeah,
he's totally supportive of it from everything that I've seen. He's pretty amazing. You're lucky.
thank you. Well, he is supportive. He also like whines a little bit for time, and I try to give
Yeah.
it to him when he tells me to. But
Mhm.
yeah, he's
Fair.
very supportive. He tries to have even a good relationship with my horses.
Yeah. Well, he's a part of one of them, right? Doesn't he have something to do with the mayor?
Yeah, he has something to do with the mayor. Like
Right.
we're
So
part owners from her.
right. I thought that was the guy. I didn't want to say it if I was wrong, but he owns part of that horse, right?
Yeah.
So, and you were saying that she's been one that you're getting the practice with the show jumping on. So she's been going well. I know I got to watch some videos of her recently, like a
Yeah.
couple.
She's doing amazing. She's doing the 120 classes. She's barely 6 years old. I mean, she's turning 6 in August, but year calendar, she's
Right.
6 and she's doing amazing. She is tiny,
Yep.
but very powerful and very trustworthy. And I've even done some cross-country schooling, like 1 star, 2 star schooling, and she does amazing. She has never said no to anything.
So if somebody was looking for a horse like that, that one's for sale.
That one's for sale.
That one's for sale. I'm just saying we'll get a little plug in here for you. We'll get some people down there. And the cool thing, if you want to go, not only could you get a trip to Guatemala, which is a beautiful country and has amazing coffee, but you like land at the airport and the horse center is right there. They have all the facilities. You could get a good trial,
Yeah.
right? And then you could go up to what is it, Antigua,
Antigua. Yeah.
and go like check out the lake country, make a whole thing of it. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, like you go fly to Europe to look at horses and it's cold and rainy. You could go to Guatemala and it's beautiful and
Yeah.
it's all right there. So you give
UK
Andrea,
was rainy
oh
and
God, it was so
cloudy.
cold. Yeah, so give Andrea a call and you can check out this awesome 6-year-old beautiful horse. Um, okay, so we have talked about all of this stuff and your day and you work hard. And I think that's one thing I try to talk about with everybody because it is a hard life doing horses and trying to balance it all. And, you know, you are in Guatemala, you are top dog. Like you are making the team, you are representing your country, and you're still busting your tail every day, going to work and doing all of that stuff, which is admirable. That said, we did have one of the longest, most exhaustive horse shopping experiences I've ever been a part of. It was frustrating
Really?
for,
What was your worst?
I didn't say my worst. I
Well, the
said
longest.
long and exhaustive and frustrating because we struggled for nobody's fault, right? Not the people
Yeah.
that were showing horses or the horses themselves. We just struggled to find the horse and get all the T's crossed and I's dotted to get the horse here. And then you actually were like, I got it. I found one. Check this out. And I sent out some of my spies and investigators to go try the horse. And we have now Fernhill Pop Ice, who we call Cognac now,
Yeah.
which I got to tell you, I know your mom picked that name out. Your mom, Corolla, loves that name. And I think it's a great name. But I'm just going to tell you, it's really hard for me not to call him Yak.
Yak. Why?
Cognac. Cognac.
Okay.
So I'm always like, Yak, what's up? And I'm just letting you know if that slips out, it's a term
Don't
of
worry.
endearment. It's a term of endearment. So he's here at the farm. You actually have yet to see him in the flesh. You are going to love him. He is such a dude. And I know Jen has been sending you videos of him. He is
Yeah.
just, I mean, he's so easy to be around. He loads, he hangs out, he eats, he drinks a lot. I've never
That's
seen a
nice.
horse that drinks as much water as Cognac does.
Well,
And
in
we took,
Florida, he's getting used to the weather. He needs to
yes.
drink.
Yeah, but they don't all. A lot of times you're like, you need to drink. He does. And he's been great with the other horses because they watch him drink and they're like, oh, I need some of that. And then they all drink too. So he's a born leader, which is nice. But so I haven't been able to tell you, and these guys are good. Everybody's going to get to hear now the report. We took him today to the Florida Horse Park for the pop schooling show. He's done a too long, right? Right?
Yeah.
Done
I
a too
think-
long. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Beautiful horse, scopy as can be. Took him this morning, took him into the dressage. He does get, so I warmed him up. He does get a little bit nervous in the ring still. And I think he's such a big, strong, powerful horse. You forget sometimes that he's just 6. But I took him into the ring and he was a good boy. He got a little nervous, but not like nervous, like naughty. You could just feel he just tightened up a little bit in a couple spots like a young horse will do. Did all the things though, like lengthened in trot, lengthened in canter, held his leads, didn't get tight in his back and, lose any of the canter behind. He was very good. Put in a really nice test on a 28.5 and then took him to the show jumping, hung out up there. And the one thing I try to do, because it was just him, so if I can have just one horse at these events, I always try to like get on him a little early. It's tough sometimes in the Florida heat, but I try to get on him a little early and let them hang out and just see how they're going to behave. There were no shenanigans. There was nothing naughty. There was no spinning, panicking, running, being nervous. He just was a good guy. I even got off of him, went out, walked my course. And I know you guys will be like, what do you mean? Who cares? You got off him. Trust me, guys. I have some horses I can't get off once I'm on. Like, I'm just like, this one, I'm just staying on it and I'm going to have to just make this work. But I got off, went in, walked the course, hopped back on. He stands quiet, warmed up really well. He can get a little bit aggressive to the jump sometimes.
Yeah, I've
But
seen that on the videos.
yeah, but like in a good way, we might end up needing to put a running martingale on him. I'm not sure yet. Because when he gets a little strong, then he gets like he will cross his jaw and give a little bit of a head toss. So we might have some equipment stuff we need to work with, but he jumped a beautiful clear round. And he's got this huge stride, and I galloped him up to the double. There was a two stride of verticals, and I stood off to the A element a little bit, which was not the plan. And I thought, oh boy, like if I'm going to have a rail, this is where it's going to be. And he just popped in two little short strides, and away he went and didn't touch a thing. So he wants to be very careful, which is exciting. I don't think he's going to have the one pull down.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very good to hear. I've seen him and he looks a lot of fun.
Oh, you're
Like
going to love him.
he looks so majestic. Like he has a very nice movement.
Yes, he's a beautiful mover. And then cross country, easy in the warm up, got a little strong. Like I think the one thing in the in the cross country warm up, we're going to have to be careful of is that we don't get him too fired up in the warm up. We probably have to keep him a little quiet in the warm up because then he goes out and he knows to go. Rode a little bit like a baby horse in a couple spots, like just turning from one fence to the other fence. He sort of gets, falling through the shoulder, leading towards the barn a little bit like baby horses will do sometimes. But was very fast and direct and straightforward. And, the course was, we just took him in the training level because we're getting to know him. But he was super easy. So once you get that gold medal in the Dominican Republic, you need to do your honeymoon, keep your husband happy, spend some time with him. And then you got to get up here to Ocala because you got to come meet Cognac.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. Like my plan was to just wait and see what was gonna happen with the games. So now that we're going, like I'm just counting the days to see him. Like he looks very nice. He looks lovely in the barn. Jen sent me a video. The video was just so cute. I'm gonna send it to you because I actually did a little bit of playing with the video on TikTok with some voiceover, and it's very
I can't wait. Wait, I'm not on TikTok, so you have to send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But it actually was a very cute video, and I'm just happy that you're enjoying him because I know my last horse, he was lovely. He loved me. At least he.
Yes, he was a challenge.
Yeah, but he was a bit heavy on the leg.
Yeah, well, you know what the thing is, like, and this is with Cognac, what I think you're going to love is your last horse was a beautiful, wonderful horse, but he wasn't a cross-country horse.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? He just wasn't. He's a jumper. He's a show jumping horse. This is a proper event horse, and he is aggressive. And I did say, and we're going to have to see how it goes when you get up here, like, he could, if we have to be smart about this, like he could get a little strong potentially. And so we're going to have to make sure we spend our time with you getting to know him and get comfortable with him. Like I said to Jen going in to the event, I said, he's either going to win or he's going to run off on me. And I'm not sure what it's going to be because you don't know what they're going to be like when you go take them out the first time. He did not want to run off. He was very good and smart and didn't get strong. So, I think Carol G did a good job by us and found you a very nice horse.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got to know the Fernhill horses because of you with your two amazing Fernhill horses. And I was just like, we're gonna ask if there's something up there that may work for us.
Yep.
Because
it worked out great.
Horses, yeah.
Worked out great. So it's exciting for you, right? Because you've got your top horse right now going, making the team, doing great, feeling like he's in good shape from the last year and a half that you've had to kind of work on things. And then you've got this new young horse that's just ready to come in and do it as well. Like that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I'm actually excited to have like the opportunity to show in the US, because I mean, in Guatemala, as I said, we're a niche. So I've been showing in the same place most
Yeah.
of my life.
Yeah.
And I want to have like the opportunity to go, I don't know, to Terranova, to Kentucky, to Tryon, like get to know all these different facilities and be able to jump there. I mean, the most exciting part for me is the cross country. I
Yeah.
enjoy riding, jumping, and having that adrenaline rush. So I'm excited to have like a horse that's gonna be able to be my partner for it and have those first experiences.
I mean, I think that's a great way to say it. I'm excited for you too. And I'm excited because, you know, you're going to come here and you're going to really enjoy this horse. You're going to be able to go see all those things. And everybody listening to this podcast that's here in the US is going to get to see you and get to know you and get to see what a great competitor and rider you are, which is pretty exciting. So, look, get this handled, go win, go do the honeymoon, and then get up here so we can get this rolling. Cognac,
I hope
okay?
so.
All
Yeah.
right. Andrea, anything that I missed? Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Well, actually, I want to motivate like riders from every single country or just people that are doing eventing, like to seek out to do like this in higher levels. And even if you enjoy it, like keep on doing it, keep on getting better. And the opportunity is gonna come. Like I never thought I was gonna have the opportunity to represent my country in a games, but this horse kind of developed me into that. And I couldn't be happier doing this sport. Getting to know all the people in Florida, it's been amazing. Getting to know the different riders and learning from them, I think that has been the most rewarding part to get to learn from the sport and all the quirks and everything from it.
All right. Well said. I like it. Cool. All right. So like I said, I think you should have let Gustavo in. You can tell him that I said that, but regardless, make sure you say hello to him for me. And I hope to see him up here soon. And thank you for taking the time. I know we took away your Sunday as your day to be able to hang out, right? And do a little
Don't worry. We had a wedding yesterday. We're a bit tired.
Oh, so you needed a little recovery. He's probably napping in the other room. I shouldn't feel so
for
bad.
sure.
Right. Okay. All right. So listen, thank you to Equibrew. Make sure you go to brickfieldnutrition.com and Rick and the Equibrew elves will get your Equibrew sent out to you. It is great stuff. Thank you to Horse Trailer Pros. And most of all, thank you to Andrea for joining us. And thank you to all of you for watching and listening. We will be back I'm not sure when, actually. We have another podcast in a week or two. We delayed this one a little bit because Rick just was at Bromont. But just keep checking back in on all your podcast players, and we will catch you guys on the next one. We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.